all services and so on. So I make a lot of changes, adding new things. I'm gonna create more dynamic creation of services. But for now we have a static set of services, three of them. We have the starter, light, and liner. Services are static, but I can make them dynamic with a form to create more and more service. But that power gonna be given a serious person with a special training. Otherwise, everybody gonna create service, right? So, so that's how it's gonna work. But actually, I wanna keep it statics. Um, yeah, I wanna keep it password. So we have now more box than at the beginning. We have 12 boxes. Now, yesterday was 6, if I'm not wrong. Now we have 12 boxes because things are growing, adding up, and the design is just kind of the same, but things are changing. But you're gonna have more in the future with designers. I'm not a designer, but I'm a coder, right? Functional, no? So that's how it works. And here we're gonna start by the TCAR task itself, right? We have the starter, light, and liner. When you click the model is clear, you have the normal display where you can go to see Mr. Lucio, so me, open to see how much I have been contributing. But this all stuff gonna be disappear because I'm gonna ask for the service to be activated with a limit based on the opening account. For instance, I need 12 months. This was random test. I did more than 12 deposits here, 33 deposits. So that's gonna be 12 deposits. And IDs gonna be different. ID of deposit gonna have numbers of a certain kind generating a certain way, right? I don't know if you get what I'm talking about. You're gonna define account uh, design process and say, okay, for transaction, we need, for instance, to recognize the date. So on the code, it can be A, B, and date coding a certain way so they can know how to read it, right? This is just one, two, three. It's normal. It's gonna change. So, and then this is it. We have the all transaction, 33 transaction. Mostly, sometimes you have a schedule of 12 months and monthly. You're gonna have 12 deposit if it's 12 months monthly. But if it's 12 months but weekly deposit is something else. You're gonna have 4 deposit per month times 12, right? And if it's daily, you're gonna have 7 deposit per week times 4 weeks times 12 months. So that's how we're gonna work. So it's the equation behind that's the model. So and then it's gonna get formed. This is the beginning. You know. So and then we go back to the menu, go to service, we go on light. And you see this bubble? I put that bubble is made on pure code. People gonna say I use a software to make this, I use object. No, this is pure code. I create object at break fast. No, minimum 100 object per day. But I mean that 100 object or more per day. I don't use a program like toolbox. I name that industry-based software to code. There's a lot of industry-based software you can use to code where you take object like a box you put here, a button you put here, a text area you put. No, I code it the hard way from the root to the functioning and the connection. No, that's the difference. I don't use Dreamweaver. If you know Dreamweaver, it's not an app here. I don't use any software you may know. I don't know. No, I used back in the day. No, for his, I went to software like I called Delphi. Embarcadero software. It's not Delphi here because they do also Rad Studio. Rad Studio do have one of the best tool I like creating a software, but spraying it to different platform without struggle, too much struggle, right? Because when you do Rad Studio, you can work a software on Windows. The same code, you don't need to change it. You work a software on Apple, you work a software on Android and phone. That's Rad Studio. You don't need to change your code. It compiles the same code, you know, and different version of internet. It just happened actually it's expensive to have the platform, and it change almost every time. And to buy Rad Studio is around more than 2,000 to buy it. It's an asset I can buy if I have a contract with someone. No, I can't buy it just for fun. No, 2,000 or more. Sometimes around 5,000, 12,000, depend on what you want on it. If you need the right studio with Windows, Apple, Android, and iOS, tablet and phone together, it's a lot of money. You need it also workstation and server. It's still a lot of money, right? So gotta be realistic. If, for instance, I have a lot of contract, I can put myself back to write studio again. I'm back to do that is the only software I feel to be competitive to time saving. If I wanna save time, not coding the way I'm coding from scratch, building every day 100 object minimum. No, I will be just posing object on Rad Studio on Bahakadeo. But the problem you have to know how to connect it. That's what I learned working with some friends. We built some wonderful software. We split in all platforms from Windows, Mac, and so on. And actually, a lot of all companies use our software. I didn't ask for money because I asked him for 6 months to train me on Rad Studio. Like exchange in good manner. I had my logic site and all the database we share. No, he didn't know what is some database that we use Firebird. I said we can use MySQL. It's SQL like this, DB engine. Explain what was the benefits. So, and we share. That's how it works. No, we share things. No, not we sharing like we exchange things, and we build things. It's not like the, the perfect web, but it works. So this is service. You wanna click on late. Late we have groups. Now we have alpha so group are late based service, muni late based service. You see there is one and then you go to three. It's just like this ID are global and I'm gonna have to generate specific ID for group, specific ID for transaction, specific ID for client. Now, so it's not there yet, but this works. I can make number disappear. I can make just no someone can use it because you don't need to know about more things. What you need to know is who is depositing what and when you're gonna have to come to take the money. So my logic is simple. You're gonna create someone, you're gonna go activate the activation generate the schedule based of what is on the system at the creation. So you don't need to go like you have seen 33 schedule on Gosio and my name, right? So the schedule gonna be generated all the time you deposit it's active because that already exists at that time. So you're gonna activate the deposit is done. You're gonna be maybe a red or maybe I mean a pending, yes, and put activate to become green. This kind of something someone can understand, even a kid can understand. That's our direction on code. We code things so a kid can use it. Click, show him what to click, he can use it. But the kid can't code it, right? That's the difference. If it's genius enough, if he have high sense, he can hear. A kid can use it. Tell him, kid, that's why we code things. We code things at a certain point. Kid can be accustomed to use this without too much problems. No, but if a kid can, an adult can do better. That's the whole idea. Because that's what we ask question. If I build the system this way, clicking too much button, is a kid can survive to use this? No. How to make it kid friendly so adult can perform higher. That's the idea. So with our we code software. The difference with this and a spreadsheet is just like, no, spreadsheet is in your computer. You can have a lot of problems. There is no way to monitor it when you leave your computer somewhere. No, and I've been going somewhere with spreadsheet, having surprises on data I'm presenting. What I develop after strategy, I go with spreadsheet, I go with printing, a print of the spreadsheet, right? So I'm sure nothing gonna change if I present, right? Because there's some people they're good at hacking, or some people they're good at taking people's stuff. You open a computer fast when you go to restroom, you change numbers, and you come in front of people, number doesn't make any sense anymore. They counting the cost and not balancing. There is no balance on the budget. But someone play with it. So my point when I go to the appointment, I have a printing and verified spreadsheet and the spreadsheet himself for presentation. So when I see something's going on, I send it to the meeting. Someone maybe touch something going on my computer. But we have the paper schedule. Let's go with the paper, right? Yes, because when you have to present for a second, accounting stuff is really dangerous sometimes to rely on a spreadsheet only. At least really show that the network is safe. It will show that there's nobody trying to play genius, right? To fuck your job, if I have to say that. To fuck up your job. What I do, I have the spreadsheet, I have the printed one. So I go to an appointment. But that's not the problem of this kind of platform. No, this platform doesn't have to have a problem. If you delete something, it's gonna be recorded. I'm gonna have logs. This is just the beginning. You're gonna have to need the logs to record events, to record a lot of things. When someone deletes, you know who deletes it. You can even restore it. No, I mean that's the idea. But a spreadsheet, no, I've done meetings. It's just like I prevent a lot of things. This is how I survive. I survive a lot of things in my life doing business. Business is not always easy. This is how I try to make software easy. So your business problem doesn't come from a software. No, it comes from something else. No, because business is really hard. When it comes, you have competition, you have the market distribution, you have yourself at home distribution, and software too distribution. No, you make a software reliable so you can use it with ease. You can use it with less problem. So your problem, you might have the problem, you could be having problem, but they don't have to come from our software. Maybe at home, maybe from some people you don't like, it's up to you. But the software, no. That's the point of creating software. So we try to minimize actions of your finger on the software. One click is enough, two, three, minimum five clicks to get the job done. But here, I'm just a two click away of its activation. You click, you go, you see the schedule, you create a schedule, you click the second, action. Minimum two clicks. But I give myself five click maximum. But I can't go over. It's too much. You click too much here to get something done. You know? The five click is okay. Maximum. Mm. So we're gonna go back to it. But I'm gonna share this video here. I'm gonna do another one. But let's say I have 15 minutes. And it's the same service. We have one liner. So I'm gonna go out. So I need some time. So here we are.